Well, the Accendo Medicare supplement is finally here. And if you're shopping for a Medicare supplement plan, you came to the right place. And in your shopping or your venturing on the web, you may have come across the name Accendo. And your first question was likely, who the heck is Accendo? Because that was my first question too. So don't feel bad about that. Now, Accendo is actually owned by CVS and their family of insurance products. CVS acquired Aetna back in 2019. So it's a very similar company offering the same great Medicare supplement plans. With one slight twist, they have an outstanding household discount of 14%, which is the highest in the industry. So we definitely want to discuss if this plan is available in your state. My name is Russell Noga with Medisupps.com, and I am the owner. We've been in business 11 years now, helping people with their Medicare supplement insurance to learn which products are best for them, as well as shop the rates for you every year, including when you get a rate increase, and you will, to make sure you're not overpaying on your Medicare supplement plan. Now, because Accendo is a new division of CVS, it doesn't have its own financial rating per se, but it falls under Aetna's Senior Supplemental Insurance, which is A-rated. So just about as good as it gets when it comes to their financial rating. So Accendo was launched in March of 2020 with about 15 states available when they first came out and more being added currently. So let's take a look at the states that Accendo is in now where you can get an Accendo Medicare supplement and see if your state's on the list. You can currently enroll in one of the Accendo Medicare supplement plans in the following states: Arkansas, Arizona, Georgia, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, Mississippi, North Carolina, Nebraska, New Jersey, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Tennessee, Delaware, Texas, and Wisconsin. Now, don't worry if you don't see your state on the list. Accendo plans to expand their coverage into many more states for the rest of this year, as well as into next year. Now, if you do see your state on the list, give us a call right away. Let's see what the premiums are. I'll be giving some sample premiums in this video, but we'll see exactly what they are for you in your state today, with or without that discount, because it's probably going to be a great option for you. You can call us direct at 1-888-891-0229 right now, and we'll show you what the premiums are for you and a spouse if you've got one, and to see if you qualify for that big household discount. Now, let me explain a little bit about how this discount works. Aside from the fact that it's 14%, which is the highest of any company in the industry, is you just simply have to live with somebody. It doesn't matter what age they are, and they don't even have to be applying for coverage like you are. You will still qualify for the 14% household discount. This is a great opportunity to take advantage of nice low premiums with an outstanding company. Now, for you folks who are not living with somebody and you live alone, perfectly fine, because Accendo still likely has some of the lowest premiums in your area. Again, give us a call at 1-888-891-0229, and in about 2 minutes, we can find out if it's still a great option for you. So now that we've learned a little bit more about who Accendo is as a company, let's talk about some of the plans that they offer. They offer the most popular plans very similar to Aetna and some of the other big companies. Those plans will include Medicare Plan A, Medicare Supplement Plan F, Medicare Supplement Plan G, and Medicare Supplement Plan N. So just to give you a quick breakdown of each of those plans, Medicare Supplement Plan A is a core basic plan that almost nobody ever goes on. Sometimes people under 65, that's the only plan offered in their state. Then we have Medicare Supplement Plan F. For years, this was the most popular plan because it offered 100% coverage. Accendo is offering this plan. However, if you're eligible for Medicare on January 1st of 2020 or later, you're not even allowed to enroll in a Medicare Supplement Plan F. Only people who had a Plan F prior to that date can switch to an Accendo Medicare Supplement Plan F. And if you've got a Plan F and you're dying to keep it, I don't typically recommend that you do. We can talk about that if you give me a call. And you want to check out Accendo's rates and their Plan F rates, by all means, do give us a call. And we can see how Medicare Supplement Plan F for Accendo and their premiums goes against what you're currently paying. Plan F, again, not being offered anymore. It's what's called a closed risk pool. They are experiencing very high rate increases and will likely continue into the future. So what we should be looking at is something towards Accendo's Medicare Supplement Plan G for you. Now, Medicare Supplement Plan G currently is the most popular plan, given the fact that you only have one small deductible to pay, and then it acts like a Plan F, and you get 100% coverage. And Accendo Medicare Supplement Plan G will most definitely be their most popular plan now and likely into the future for quite some time. That's because of that outstanding coverage and a relatively low premium. So you might be asking, well, how much is this deductible? It's $198 in 2020. In 2021, that deductible is going to go up slightly, as it does every year. Again, just one out-of-pocket expense on Plan G, aside from your monthly premium, which is that Part B deductible. Once that's paid, you'll get 100% coverage of the gaps of Part A and B Medicare on all approved expenses. Now, while Plan G is the most popular and, of course, is great coverage, there's also another great option that many people have, which is Medicare Supplement Plan N. Accendo will be offering this in all of their states, and it's definitely something we want to consider. Plan N is very similar to Plan G, where you still pay that Part B deductible each year and then get the 20% coinsurance paid for. With Plan N, however, you might have a small copay for each doctor's visit after you meet that deductible. That copay will never be more than $20. In fact, it could be less than $20, or there could be no copay at all. Now, another expense that you might get on Plan N is if you visit the emergency room and you're not admitted, you'll have to pay a $50 copay. Not a big deal, because if you're not admitted to the emergency room, that's a good thing. Pay the $50 and go home. Now, another difference between Plan N and Plan G is something called Part B excess charges. Those are covered with Plan G. With Plan N, those are not covered. However, this is very rare. In my 11 years in business, never had anybody get an excess charge. What this means is if your doctor does not accept the assigned rates of Medicare, they can charge up to 15% extra of the approved expense. It's estimated that over 97% of all doctors in this country do accept the assigned rates. Therefore, you'll probably never run into this, and Plan N will be a great option for you, even regardless of that. So there you have it, Accendo Medicare Supplement Plans, what they offer, as well as the discount and those low premiums. Give us a call today. Let's see if they're available in your state. We shop the rates every year for our clients. When you get a rate increase, we watch them so you don't have to, and there's never a cost for our services. Call us now at 1-888-891-0229, and we can't wait to talk with you. Thanks, and have a great day.